Hello, my name is Casey Hilferty, Associate Director of Career Development at Gwynedd Mercy University. Welcome to today's employer meet and greet. Today we have Jenna from C2 Education, who will be discussing general information about the organization, as well as current and possible future job and internship opportunities. Thanks for joining us, Jenna. Can you just start out by telling us a little bit about the organization?
Sure. And also let me introduce myself briefly. So my name is Jenna. I'm the Center Director at C2 Education in Bluebell. So C2 Education was founded about 25 years ago in a Harvard University dorm room by our two founders, David Kim and Jim Naranga-Javana. They just started tutoring kids. They felt like a lot of kids didn't understand what it necessarily took to apply or be accepted, like Harvard or other highly competitive schools. So from there, they started their tutoring company. And now in 2023, we have over 135 centers all across the United States. And now C2 services are offered in person, online, or in a hybrid method.
Awesome. So what are some job or internship opportunities that are available for students or alumni?
Sure. So here at the center in Bluebell, we are actively recruiting both English or history tutors and math tutors. We need tutors for both this current spring semester, or if some people, maybe they have more availability in the summer, we are also looking for tutors for the summer as well.
Great. What are some skills or traits that you look for in candidates, such as leadership or communication or technology skills? Are there anything in particular that you're looking for?
Sure. So we definitely like it if our candidates are technologically literate, just because we do host some of our classes online or some of our students attend virtually. We do have training to help prepare you for using the program that we use, which is called Adobe Connect, but it's just a little bit easier if they already have some familiarity with something similar, maybe Zoom or MS Teams, something like that. We don't require a teaching certification or any previous experience with teaching or tutoring. We just want whoever is tutoring here to be someone who is dedicated to our students, to have a sensitive nature, caring nature, just because we want the students to enjoy their time here as much as they're learning. So someone who is very good at that open communication, that's a plus for us.
Great. What are some specific things you look for on resumes?
So the number one thing that I'm looking for, because it is a requirement, is I look for a bachelor's degree. It doesn't matter what the bachelor's degree is in, but that is one of our requirements. Another thing I look for is someone who has the availability to work in our center. So even though we do host some of our students virtually, we do still ask our tutors to be in the center, because there might be a scenario where one of their students is online, but one of them is actually in the center with them. And then another thing that I look for on the resume is, like I said, it's nice if they do have some experience with tutoring, but someone who's open-minded about learning new things and maybe trying new methods. Here at C2, we provide all of our tutors with training, and they'll work closely with myself as well as my assistant. So we're here to help them as well.
Great. What is the interview process like?
Sure. So the interview process, it's normally kind of three parts. So the first part is, if I receive an application, I'll call the applicant and just ask them a couple questions, let them know about those requirements, the bachelor's degree, that we need them to come to the center. And then the third requirement I'll explain to them is, we ask all of our tutors to complete a qualifying test. We don't require the certification, but we do require that the tutors show mastery in whatever subject it is that they are looking to teach. So for example, for a math tutor, we'll ask that they come in and they take the math portions of the SAT. And we're looking for someone who can score in the 95th percentile. So that's about a 700. So I explain that process to them. If that sounds like something they're interested in doing, then they'll come to the center, they'll take the test, we'll score the test. We do that all virtually, so it can happen very quickly. And then afterwards, we'll have another chat, quick chat in person, and we'll discuss in more details. If the test checks out and then they're still interested, we'll have further conversations about maybe what their scheduling preferences are and all of those things.
Great. How can students or alumni find additional information or apply for jobs?
Sure. So we do currently have postings on Indeed. We also can accept resumes sent directly to us. So they can send any resumes to blue.bell@c2education.com. And then we can go forward from there.
Great. Is there any other information you'd like to add?
Sure. So I just wanted to explain a little bit more about how tutoring works here because it is a little different from other tutoring centers. I know there are a lot in Bluebell. So what happens here is our tutors, they work on a 3-to-1 ratio, which means they work with up to 3 students at one time. It's not a group class, however. Each student has their individualized learning plan or their individualized curriculum. So like I said, let's just pretend it's a math tutor. You might be working with one student with AP Calculus, another one with Algebra 1, and another one with Geometry. So the tutor works individually with one student, explains a concept to them, makes sure they understand, and then gives them some independent practice to work on, and then they'll move on to the next student. If at any point in time the student says, hey, I didn't understand, or I understood it when you were explaining it, but now that I'm by myself, I'm a little lost, the tutor can jump in and then try to maybe re-explain or explain in a different way. Here at C2, we provide all of the curriculum as well as all of the workbooks. So all of that is done for the tutors. The only thing they have to do is kind of check our students' records, which we ask our tutors to keep. They'll just pull up the online records, see, okay, last time Jenny was doing chapter 6. Seems like she finished it. We'll move on to chapter 7 in the workbook. So they just kind of pick up where the last person left off. And then another great thing for our tutors is because I am here and my assistant as well, they don't have to worry about scheduling, they don't have to worry about parents, they don't have to worry about any student behavior problems or anything like that. We typically don't see that anyway here, but any of that kind of management stuff that's taken care of for them, they just have to speak to myself or my assistant about scheduling, how many hours they would like to be scheduled, or they can let us know, hey, you know, my cousin's wedding is this weekend, I'm not going to be able to work. And then our schedule is very flexible, so we can work around whatever their requirements are.
Great. Thank you so much for joining us today, Jenna. For other employer meet and greets, please visit the Career Development YouTube page. Thank you again and have a great day.